So let's try solving a problem now using the distributive property. In this equation, we can see that we have two terms with x's on the same side. We can't combine them straight away because we have these parentheses here, so we'll have to use the distributive property first and then we can simplify them. So using our distributive property, we're going to take this outside number 3 and multiply it by each of the inside terms. So 3 times x will give me 3x. 3 times 6 will give me 18. And bringing down this x equals 2. Now I can easily combine my x's. So 3x plus x will give me 4x plus 18 equals 2. I still want my x by itself, but I have these surrounding numbers here. Starting first with addition and subtraction, this 18 is being added to my variable. So using inverse operations, I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides, and I get 4x. 18 minus 18 is going to give me 0 equals 2 minus 18 will give me negative 16. Now I have this x here that is being multiplied by 4, so using inverse operations I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. 4x divided by 4 will just give me 1x equals negative 16 divided by 4 will give me negative 4. So to check my answer, I'm going to just plug in negative 4 everywhere I see an x in my original problem. Negative 4 plus 6 is going to simplify to 2. Plus a negative will just change to a minus equals 2. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 4 equals 2. So in fact, 2 equals 2. Therefore, I know my answer, x equals negative 4, is correct. Here, I can see I have x's on the same side of my equation that I will eventually need to combine since they're like terms. However, before I can do that, I need to use my distributive property so I can figure out what this starting quantity actually is. So distributing this out, 2 times 3x will give me 6x. 2 times negative 5 gives me negative 10. Now I can combine these like terms. 6x plus 1x will give me 7x. I have an x on one side, but I still have these surrounding numbers on the same side as this x. Starting off with addition and subtraction, since I have 10 being subtracted from this quantity with x, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Bringing down 7x, negative 10 plus 10 is going to just give me 0. 10 plus 4 is 14. Since x is being multiplied by 7, using inverse operations, I'm going to divide by 7. 7x divided by 7 will just give me 1x, or x, equals 14 divided by 7 is 2. To check my answer, all I'm going to do is plug in 2 everywhere I saw an x in the original problem. Since I got the same value on the left and right side of the equation, I know that my value x equals 2 makes the equation true, therefore the answer is correct. My variable is here, inside of the parentheses. I'm going to need to first use the distributive property, and then I can move things around to get my variable by itself. I'm just bringing down this 6 because I'm not doing anything with it yet, and I'm distributing out a negative 3 to each of these inside terms. So here, negative 3 times x will give me negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 gives me negative 3 or minus 3. Now I'm going to combine like terms. 6 minus 3 gives me 3. Then bringing down that minus 3x equals 9. Now to get x by itself, I'm using inverse operations. To get rid of this 3, since it's a positive 3, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 gives me 0. Bringing down this negative 3x equals 9 minus 3 is 6. Now since x is multiplied by negative 3, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 3x divided by negative 3 just gives me 1x. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. Now to check my answer, I'm going to plug in negative 2 wherever I had an x in the original problem. Therefore, I know my answer, x equals negative 2, is correct because when I plugged it into the problem, it made the equation true.